Spilled is a super cool new indie game that just came out a couple of weeks ago, and I actually played it on launch day, but April Fools got in the way of it being last week's video. But nevertheless, I am super excited to show off this amazing game made by one single dev. The game started out in black and white, but when we returned to the actual world instead of that dream state our boat operator was sitting in, we find that things are a lot brighter, and I've got to say, a very beautiful art style. But other than the beautiful artwork, the main attraction here has gotta be the ship that just drove past us, scattering oil all over our beautiful river. It turns out that we're actually pretty equipped to handle the mess that's been made though, as the boat that we're operating has this vacuum suction pump thing on the front of it that we can use to collect oil out of the water. And as we glide around the water picking up oil and putting it into the tank in the back of our ship, we can see that the water is actually getting quite a bit brighter, and it's definitely noticeable that we're making a difference. Our hard work is even being rewarded. Once we manage to collect enough oil to fill up our tank, we can go ahead and bring that over to this floating recycling ship that will give us coins in exchange for it. The other thing that we need to look out for are the animals that are trapped in the oil and scattered throughout every level, like this little frog named Croakfort here. Once you've collected a very large portion of the oil spill on a given level, you can bring it back to the recycling plant and fill that green bar all the way up, which will lower the dam and allow us to enter into the next area. I would think that might be bad for the fish that we've just brought back here, but you know, what do I know? And once we manage to collect every single little bit of oil that is in the entire first area, we earn the achievement Fully Clean the First Area, a super original achievement title. In the second area, we continue following alongside this river, and we get an even larger area to clean up with some new animals to rescue as well, such as Aaron Dunbar here. The second area is going to come with some more boat driving challenge though, as we now have bottles that are floating in the water that we need to collect as well. That's right, I guess that ship wasn't just dropping oil off of the back of it, they're dropping trash as well. The other thing to take note of is the thing that we actually spend our coins on that we get for turning in the oil. There are 3 different upgrade paths you can take, increasing the speed, the tank size, and the scoop size of your boat. I mainly focus on the speed and the scoop, and we'll just take more trips back. That pretty much wraps the second area up though, as we collect enough oil to open up the gate into the next area, and we also finish up collecting everything in the second area to earn the achievement Fully Clean the Second Area as well. The third area introduces yet another new mechanic. This time our boat has an upgrade we don't even have to pay for. We can actually shoot water out of the top of our boat to knock oil slicks off of rocks nearby, though it's probably not the cleanest water that we're shooting. And of course, as we introduce new game mechanics, the ones from the previous areas stay as well, like collecting even larger groups of bottles. Our new water gun isn't just useful for knocking oil off the walls though, as we see a campfire burning with no one there to watch it. We shoot some water at it to earn the achievement Extinguish the Campfire. And it really does bring up the thought, we haven't seen any people, but that campfire is burning. What's up with that? Also, big shout out to my man Oliver the Otter, gotta be one of the top animals in the game. And with Oliver saved, we can safely finish up collecting the rest of the oil and earn the achievement Fully Clean the Third Area as we move on to the fourth. And the fourth area really isn't playing around. As soon as we step in here, it starts raining, and it looks like it's pretty hard rain too. The new mechanic in this area are these little quests that you can do in addition to completing clearing out all of the oil and trash and stuff. In this example, we find a beach ball floating on the other side of the map that we need to scoop up and bring back over to its owner for a coin reward. It wouldn't really make a lot of sense from like a biology point of view, but I really wish that there were a bunch of different kinds of animals swimming in the water as you cleaned up the different areas, though that would definitely be a lot more work. We finish up our collection of all of the oil in the fourth area to earn the achievement Fully Clean the Fourth Area as we head into a mesa-type biome with some very tall red rocks. That is until we see the very same oil ship from the start of the game pulling out, leaving another oil trail in front of us before sealing off our exit. We're gonna catch him someday. In the 5th area, we've got our upgrades taken pretty highly now, honestly. We've got a pretty big tank, pretty fast ship, and a very large scooper, which allows me to pull off some amazing moves like that one right there where I scattered all of the bottles away. This desert area also introduces some burning areas on the side of the map that we can once again use our boat's water gun to shoot up and stop the burning to earn some more coins that get dropped in via helicopter. That's pretty neat. And wrapping up those fires, plus collecting the very last little bit of oil that we left, allows us to earn the achievement Fully Clean the 5th area for, you guessed it, fully cleaning the 6th area? What? No, I'm just kidding, it's the 5th one again. Entering Area 6, it looks like just another desert area, but this place would come to be my greatest enemy in this game. The new mechanic in this area is another free boat installation where we attach a giant magnet to the back of the boat and we can hover over some oil drums to pick them up and bring them back to the recycling ship as well. And while those are a little bit annoying to maneuver with, they're not the big problem with this area. We collect enough oil and trash to move on to the next area pretty quickly, but you know, we've been going ahead and finishing up every area before moving on to the next, so we'll go ahead and do that for this one too. Like another one of the little side quests where we need to return a boat. But even after turning that boat in, I couldn't seem to get the achievement for fully clearing this area to pop. So I spent quite a bit of time just slowly rolling around, scraping the sides of the level in case I missed a bottle or something, but the achievement just wouldn't unlock, which meant I was missing something. This is a short game, so I didn't spend that long looking, but I spent enough time that I decided actually maybe I did unlock it, and I just moved on to the next area. The 7th area is a full old school Minecraft transition where we go from desert to snowy map in just one area, which is pretty neat, and I kinda like the snow effect even if it only lasts a couple areas. And this area features Lucille the penguin, so I mean, what can you even say other than adorable? This area sees me pull off my greatest bottle push of all time in this game, and even this is pretty ugly. We've got like a huge scooper at this point, but we're still not super great at using it. Washing oil slicks off the walls once again returns in this area, but this time we can also use our water cannon to blast snow up onto dirt patches on the wall as well. Seems like it would be ice instead of snow, but we won't question it. We finish collecting the last little bit of oil in the 7th area to earn the achievement Fully Clean the 7th area, and at this point I'm convinced that we definitely missed out on the achievement in the 6th area. I once again return to the 6th area to try and desperately find something that's missing here, but I think this achievement is just a little bit bugged. The achievement for cleaning the 5th area is at 80% completed, and the 7th area is at 73% completed, but the 6th is only at 66%. Something weird there. But I guess we don't really want to worry about that too much right now. I figured we're only one area away from the end, since I looked at the achievements to try to figure out what was going on. I knew that, so let's go ahead and just finish the game out, and I'll try to figure it out in the post-game. This area is definitely super cool. Some interesting patterns in the oil that is spilled in the ocean. We've got all of the different mechanics that we've used throughout the other levels combined here, and it's also definitely much bigger than the other levels that we've tackled, so it's a pretty good challenge. And update on my biodiversity question, once we've got this area a little bit more cleaned up, we can start to see some whales floating beneath the water, which is super exciting. This area's mini-quest involves pushing a chest all the way across the map to a pirate ship, which I guess was also impacted by the oil spill. And seeing as this is the final level in the game, this is also our final opportunity to grab the animals covered in oil in this game, as well as we grab Fossastix, the polar bear, and earn the achievement Collected All Animals, once again an original title. The key difference between this area and the areas that we've taken on previously is that once we turn in enough of the oil and the trash, the mega evolved version of that ship that we saw earlier comes out and takes to the area that we've been cleaning up. Here we need to shoot water into it to try to defeat the smokestacks that it's pumping. It seems like this ship would be leaving a trail of oil behind it that we would also need to clean up, but that doesn't seem to be the case. The large oil ship is moving in a big circle, so we need to try to cut it off over and over again, and while we're doing that, I figure, we may as well collect the final bit of oil to earn the achievement Fully Clean the 8th area. With all the oil cleaned up, there are quite a few whales actually swimming in this water, so I think we're all going to team up to take this guy down. We set up shop in front of the path where the boat's going to be heading, and we finally shoot enough water into the ship to knock it down, earning the achievement Defeated the End Boss. But I've gotta say, we sunk this ship. That can't be good for all of the whales that were directly beneath it, and like, if there were people piloting it, I mean, come on. I guess we're going with the theory that maybe it's robots doing these ships, but I don't love that either, honestly. With the 8th area cleaned up, and we're gonna say cleaned up in quotes, I guess, because I don't know what we're doing about that ship at the bottom of the water, we follow a trail of oil back up towards the stream once again. We arrive at another cozy little house, and our boat can go back to sleep just how it was when the game began. But I can't help but notice that that is a little house with a door on it over there, which seems to imply to me that there are humans in this world and we just sunk a boat with a whole lot of them probably. Feels like this is turning into one of those horror game elements in cozy games you didn't expect type videos, so we'll just go into the credits now, and I guess we're gonna go try to figure out what's going on with this level 6 achievement. I returned to the 6th area to look around once again to no prevail. Even now I can't see what's wrong with this, and I think it's maybe just a little bit bugged if you don't do the oil slick last and you leave a quest for last. Again, fully clearing the 6th area is a rarer achievement than the end boss, the 8th area, the 7th area, and collecting all animals, which should come after it, so I don't know. Interestingly enough though, this game has a super cool little feature that I haven't really seen featured in a lot of other games. Once you've finished an area up, you can actually go back to a level select screen, but it will reset your save data and take you back before you started that little area. So in this case, we start out in level 5, and we've got all of the coins that we would have collected up to this point, but we can respec them into skills that we want to use for this run through. We pretty much go with the same stuff, just the big scoop, the big speed, and then kind of a middling tank. So we return to the 6th area, and this time, like I mentioned, I've got a big focus on leaving at least a little bit of oil for the end and doing all of the other trash and little mission stuff first before we collect it. And that actually does seem to work as we earn the achievement Fully Clean the 6th area, though it's also possible maybe you're watching this back and laughing at me because I lost a bottle somewhere and just didn't notice. Or maybe it bugged for some other unrelated reason, but all I know is that we can officially say we have done everything in Spilled. But how did we do? Spilled is a very short game, clocking in at a total of 81 minutes for me, which obviously includes me messing around trying to figure out what was going on with the 6th level issue that I had. And since I was playing this at launch time, there was nobody else really talking about this issue yet, so I needed to figure it out on my own, but luckily this game had that super cool system where we could warp right back to the start of level 6. Again, shout out to the dev, that was super cool. And I mean, overall, huge shout out to the dev. This was a solo project that was funded on Kickstarter. I didn't really know about this until a couple weeks before it came out, but it definitely delivered. A short, cute game with a super amazing art style and, you know, not super difficult to play, definitely in the cozy genre, and we were able to get through things pretty easily other than that one little hiccup. Although I am wondering about what's the deal with that sunken ship. Anyway, hope you guys don't mind the shorter video this week, but, you know, you play a short game, it happens. I had no idea how short or long this game was going to be, again, because I played it on launch day, and it just turned out to be a little bit shorter than a normal game that we would play would be. But as always, I hope you enjoyed, and you can feel free to leave any comments you have about the game, or if you spot whatever it was that I was missing on level 6, you can leave that in the comment section down below as well. I feel like it might be a bug though, because of that percentage thing, but maybe other people are like me and just missed something. I don't know. Thanks so much for watching, and hope to see you in the next one. See you!